Hi everybody, I'm Jerry Odell, and I'm going to show you how to, well, first, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe, obviously. And I'm going to show you how you can make some money if you want to get into the big rig repair. And on this one, I also do small trucks, hot rods, and a lot of gardening stuff. But on this one, I'm going to show you guys how to do a nose rail and a roof section, okay? It's going to be flying by pretty fast, so you really need to pay attention. Here's the new nose rail, right here. I had to cut that. Here's the old one. And this is what we got going on up here. Now, stay tuned. I'm gonna show you. It's gonna blow by really fast, so you need to pay attention here. And subscribe for me, thank you. Can you guys see how that roof's puckered up? Sticking up at the top? I gotta replace this nose rail up here. It's got a tracking system on it. See how it's bashed in? It's got the roof puckered. I got a section 5 foot of roof up there, replace the door. I'll show you guys how to do this stuff. I'm gonna try anyway. We'll do our best. Step 1, cut all these rivets out. That's why my hands are so bashed up. All them rivets, gotta get them out off this roof line too. These, all these. Then we have to cut this roof about 4 foot back, put 5 foot on it. So on and so on. That's the next part, a little straight punch. So on and so on. Sure could use 2 hands. That's that. All right, next step's cutting the roof. It's been a while I've been out here doing this. I think I'm gonna probably take a break here. Here's the new nose rail. See how it's all flush there? Like that. The old one has got a cutout here, so that the splice plate between the 2 rails, where this one hooks to the other rail, there's a splice plate that goes in here like this, and that way it allows it to fit. So I got to cut this one just like that. And I made a little mark right there on both ends, and I had to cut this rail to match this rail. So after that, after I get those cut out with a disc cutter, I'll try to show you me putting it on there. Like a glove. Okay, see why I had to cut this out? This splice rail, I cut a little too much, but it doesn't hurt anything. See how it matches up nice and flush there? We have to drill it all out and rivet it in. But that's the new one. Drill from the inside out. I'll show you all that too. I can't get the roof off right now, today. We got a major storm coming in. It doesn't look like it because it looks beautiful, but it's coming tonight. 2 inches of ice, they say. Probably be without power. And I can't use my drill because it's freezing up. The drill keeps freezing up, so the video's not over, but I am. And I'll show you the rest of this job on the flip side. See how the nose rail's put on there? The next thing we want to do is refasten those posts to it, drill holes and rivet it in. And the roof is messed up and that bow is too. So we're gonna have to section this roof. And let me show you how to mark it so you can cut it. Alright. So the existing roof is going to be cut here. Whoops, sorry. Get out of my way. Something like that. We'll do the same on the other side, and then we'll pop a string on top. That way the new roof, here's where the cut will be. And the new roof will overlap like a shingle to about here, and we'll put the rivets back here. I'll show you. Can you see that hole I made? The reason we're straddling this roof bow with the new roof is so that it'll support the seam. So we're gonna pop a string from that hole to that hole and cut it on top. I'll show you. So you can get a scope of things. All right, here's the hole I drilled. Made a little tiny mark. We're gonna use that straight edge and mark all the way to the other hole on the other side, and then I'll cut it. And I'll show you that here in a second. Let me make this mark. I'm by myself, so the truck vibrates real bad, and I can't time lapse this or anything like that because it just goes. So I'll make this mark. That should be pretty easy for everybody to follow. From hole to hole, make a mark. Okay, this is called a chicken claw. It's really just a panel cutter, but that's what you want to use to cut the roof with, or you can use a Sawzall, skill saw, or anything like that. But what you want to do is stick it in the hole you made and cut this line all the way from here to there. But you need to oil it so the roof doesn't tear, because it will tear on you. Just oil it down like this. All right? Still not complicated. Then put this in here like this. I gotta go turn my air on. That's how you do it. It's gonna be very hard to do with one hand. Let's try. Once you have the roof cut, the next thing you want to do is cut these rivets out in the existing last part of this roof and drive them out with a straight punch. This side and that side, then we should be able to peel this roof off. Driver's side's done too. I also cut this roof bow out because it needs to be replaced. Ta-da! Yep, that's already, everyone's hitting thumbs up right now. That's what's happening all around the world. Thumbs are going up because without these trucks, there's no gardens, there's no pots, there's no flowers, unless you grow them yourself. You know, no supplies, no food. We all need them. It's a good trade, you guys. Good thing to learn. I'll be back once I catch my breath. Back on the rail. So what you want to do is you want to methodically put rivets in and pull it tight and work your way from one side to the other. Like I put one there and it nice and tight right here. See, it's getting a gap now. So what you want to do is put a clamp in here and pull it together. See, watch. Can you guys tell? One hand sucks. Like that. Then you want to drill from the inside out in one of the old holes. Like so. Then, sorry you guys. Then you stick a rivet in there, like so, and hit it with the air hammer and pluck it with a chunk of steel on the back, and it flattens it out and draws it in nice and tight. And then move your clamps on down and close this gap up as you go. Look how big it is here. See, it'll come in. Draw the wall into the rail, make the bones nice and straight. Get them all. I'll show you in a minute. Once you have all your spot rivets put in, hold all the structure in place where it needs to be, you can go ahead and drill the whole thing out. Best to do it from the inside where you've got holes that you can use to see. pilot holes. So go inside and drill this whole thing out and then wait for somebody. You can bucket yourself, but I'm waiting until Friday. So I'll just get all the holes drilled for them, so all he's got to do is run rivets with me. And I'll show you what it looks like drilled out. It looks all drilled out. I have a guy help me Friday. Bucket in. Got the new bows back in. All you got to do to put those in, they're already cut to length, is just put a rivet in it. There. Where is it? There. So now I'm going to show you this, how to mark this for where the new roof is supposed to stop. You remember the roof bow was 6 inches from center to the end, like that. So 6 inches past is where we want it to stop, which is 1 foot from here to here. So we're gonna make a mark, hang on. So this is where the old roof is. This is where the center of the roof bow is, under here. And this right here is where the new roof will stop, like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a 12-inch mark here and on the other side. And then we're gonna use a straight edge again and make a line. That way we know where our roof is to overlap and stop. Let me go make that mark and the line, and then I'll be right back. All right, there's the line for this new roof. Right there. I also forgot to tell you guys, we gotta clean these rivets off here so that the new roof doesn't lay on them, because you know it'll leak, and you can't put rivets in if there's already rivets there. So I gotta get those out. Then I'll lay the roof down on that line, and I'll be right back and show you what that looks like. Okay, now the new roof's laid out. It's dangling off the front by a long ways. Whoever ordered that, ridiculous, but I'll cut it. Here's the line. I don't know if you can see it in that shadow or not, but it's right on it. I made this years ago. It's a pattern. So you gotta stitch these rivets in here like this. You don't need a pattern. You're gonna do it by hand like that. But you want 2 rows staggered. That way it's nice and strong, like I guess like sewing. So I sew metal here, you guys. Let me get this thing marked out with my stencil. That way the rivets look really good and clean on the inside. And I'll put a few pop rivets in here to hold it in place and drill it all out. Let me show you. See? One other thing, you're gonna want to caulk on the back side of that line all the way across with the caulking gun. That way it doesn't leak. I'll go ahead and get that caulked, and then I'll put a pop rivet in, and I'll show you how to do that. Let me get some caulking under here and get it reclamped. I already put one in the middle here, and you always want to start in the middle, and then go about every foot, like I got this one ready to go. Drill a hole about every foot, and then get all the way across. That way you don't trap any air between the rivets. And this is a riveter here. And you just put it on the nail like that, make sure the holes line up. 2 hands helps, like a whole bunch. Hang on. I have no idea if you guys can see this. Pull riveter, and we'll do this every foot down through here. I'm gonna have to take those back out when we go to buck them in, the real ones. This is just to hold it down so I can drill the rest out. But I'll get one of those about every foot like I've done those 2. And this thing will be nice and flat, and I can remove the clamps. I'll show you the after it's drilled. See the hole where the nose rail is drilled out? Some companies will let you pop rivet it and leave it. Depends on the company. See how nice that looks? Once there's rivets in all of them, this thing will be real strong. See how it's doubled up the roof? That's how you do it. And then you get the sides next. I like to do both sides and then the front. Some people just go all the way around, but you still got to pop in or buck in all that nose rail too. But it's spotted in, it's not moving. Well, that's what that looks like. Okay guys, this stuff here is called J molding. See how it looks like a J on this profile? It goes here to hold the roof down and re-support the rivets. I'm gonna beat it on there with a hammer, and then I'll show it to you what it looks like after I get it on there with a clamp. I'll be right back. All right, so that's how it looks. Make sure you put caulking under everything as you go, like you saw me do that other thing, all the way around. You don't want it leaking. It probably wouldn't, but we don't want it to. I'm gonna do the other side and cut the front, and I'll probably just go all the way around with this J molding, and then that way we'll be ready just to run rivets tomorrow. Well, yeah, that's how that gets done. So I'm gonna turn this off for now, and that's gonna be it for me for today. Next time you see it, I don't know where I'll be, but anyway, this is how it gets done. Got help this morning, you guys. Say hi, Rod, to the world. He's experienced too, at least 20 years. So grateful to have help. So you do is you cut it like that, that way it'll bend around the corner, and then we'll go all the way through. Caulk as we go. See? More to come. Racing against the weather now, you guys. We want to get this thing done today. See that rivet he just poked through right there? That's it. All right, go ahead. That's what you do. You good? Yeah, hang on. After this, the next one, I'll show you all the rivets put in and installed. Turnkey done, all right? Hang on for that. All right, so we're gonna do that to all these holes. Drop rivets down in them. He's gonna hit them up top, and then I'm gonna buck them down here with a bucking bar, and we'll get all these holes filled up, and then I'll show you the finished product. There's no way I can put this on a tripod. This trailer's gonna be shaking when we go to do that. It's gonna be a terrible view. So I'll just show you the after, inside and out, and that'll be the end of it. There she is, you guys. Done. New roof. New rail. We gotta seal it up and that's it. I don't think you guys need to see that. That's how you do that. Subscribe. Learning something here on this channel, see? Good money making venture, you guys. See you next week.